I'm excited to introduce you to the new Monte Carlo feature within the Retirement Budget Calculator. The reality is that the future is unknown and unknowable. We do have a lot of historical data about how the stock market has worked historically, but we want to take that historical data, create randomness, 1,000 different futures, run 1,000 different iterations, 1,000 different simulations, and see, based on a different sequence of returns each time, what's the probability or the likelihood of your plan failing or your plan succeeding. A failure means that you run out of money before you run out of retirement, and succeeding means that you make it all the way to the end and you still have money left at the end of your retirement. So if you're ready, let me show you this new feature in the Retirement Budget Calculator. Now, you'll remember when you first log in, we have the Retirement Optimizer and the Future View. And the purpose of the Future View is to just make some really conservative assumptions about inflation and rates of return and project that forward. Now we have the Monte Carlo analysis, which is up here. And you'll notice in this particular analysis, it's telling us that we have a retirement confidence score of 79%. Meaning that 21% of the simulations we ran, out of 1,000 of them, 21% of them failed. So there's a chance, a 21% chance that we're going to have to modify your plan as you head into retirement. There's a 79% chance that you succeed. One of the things you can do within this tool is you can change the portfolio mix. So maybe you want to look at 70% stock, 30% bond portfolio. Or maybe you want to be more conservative and assume something like a 50% stock, 50% bond portfolio and see what kind of impact that might have on the outcomes. Down here we have some more details about how the Monte Carlo analysis is working and what data that we're using to create these return assumptions. And then we also have the 10th percentile, 25th, 50th, 75th, and 90th percentile. The 10th percent is the most pessimistic, the worst case planning when we ran those 1,000 iterations. What was the lowest number? And you can see that has them running out of money at age 89 basically. And then the 90th percentile is the most optimistic. It's the best case. You can see in this scenario they end up with $8 million remaining at the end of their life. The 50th percentile means that 50% of the simulations did better and 50% did worse. And with the 50th percentile, you can see they ended up with $2.2 million. Again, the idea with the Monte Carlo analysis is that the future is unknown and unknowable. We don't know what the stock market's going to do, but what we're doing in this scenario is we're taking data from the S&P 500 and intermediate-term treasuries from 1978 through 2024, and we have that historical data, and then we can run 1,000 different simulations with those different returns to see what is the probability of your plan making it all the way to the end, meaning that you get all the way to the end of retirement and you haven't run out of money. Anyways, Monte Carlo is a very powerful feature. It's one of the ways that we help you stress test your plan to see how things might work in the future. And ultimately, what we want you to have is a greater sense of confidence as you're making this transition into retirement. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks so much.